find biblical help, guidance, and inspiration for answering life's questions.
It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us here today. Our conversation with the folks from Family Promise. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people and representing Family Promise. We have our famous creaking door back there, Aaron. You hear that?
I do hear that.
Yeah, we put that in just for Halloween season.
I hear you. That could be my new music.
There you go. There you go. Your new walk-up music, since we had to strike down the other. We're talking about Family Promise. He is Aaron Lehman. You brought a guest with you today.
I did, finally. You know, I figured everybody was probably tired of hearing my voice all the time, so I'd bring somebody else. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Allergies. So I brought Deanna Chero. Sorry.
Oh my
I blanked on the name. Sorry about that.
She's going to get up and leave.
Deanna helps Carol at the Day Center and is going to talk to us about the POPS program. One of the things with me is I can go general as far as a lot of the stuff, but I wanted some specifics about it because it's a phenomenal program. The first thing I want to say before Deanna starts is we had our first family donate back to us.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody that graduated from the program now has the money to donate back to Family Promise, which when you're in a nonprofit and you're, bringing dignity back to people, having them donate back to your program is huge. So that's one of the huge things about Family Promise and our success is we had a family give back to us.
Yeah.
So that was just exciting. I'm just pumped for that.
Jeff feel good, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And I could go through my spiel about Family Promise, but hopefully people know about it. But I'll, have it over to Deanna and have her tell you a little bit more about our POPS program.
All right, Deanna. It's the POPS program?
The POPS program.
Okay.
So, the Family Promise POPS program is when families can come in once a week. I'll meet up with them, and we can talk about financial skills. We do life literacy skills, time management. When they first come in, we do like an initial goal plan where we can talk about exactly what they're needing, what they're struggling with, and then we'll take that and we'll do modules with them and teach them like what credit cards, mean and like what they do for us. And then if they need any financial help with say they're behind on their electric bill, they have to show some effort, and then we can help them with things like that.
Yeah.
So, we meet up with them, and then they move forward and live a sustainable living. So.
The interesting thing is when you talk about that, we're thinking of families that are in distress because they've got really bad financial problems, and for some of them, it's because of the fact that they don't know really how to handle finances. There's more than just them that have those same sorts of difficulties.
Okay.
And it's a societal thing that, we get way too caught up in our plastic. And because of it, we find ourselves behind. In this case, these are people who find themselves so far behind that they find themselves in a very dangerous situation for their entire family.
Oh, yeah. In some schools, we don't, you don't learn about credit cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That financial literacy aspect of it all it can be a scary thing for folks. And when they find themselves in that situation, hang on, I got a phone call coming in here. I have to mute that baby out here. It doesn't want to do it.
So there's one thing that I wanted to add to that is, one of the things that I have found, schools they're teaching it a little bit and, should be doing some more about it. But if you didn't have a, parent or you didn't have a role model around that's teaching you about financial literacy, how are you supposed to know that?
Yeah.
And that's where we come into play. And the other thing is, and Deanna just said it, is the fact that, people are going to be able to get help with electric, but they have to show that they're going to work for it. We're just not going to give it to them, which is one of the things with Family Promise. We want to bring dignity back to people. So we want to make sure that they earn what they get, not just a handout. It's a hand up once again.
So Deanna, when you're working with these families and whatever situation they find themselves, are you going to a central location? Are they coming to see you? How's that all work?
They usually come to see me at the Day Center Family Promise on Marion Road.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come and see me, and then we have like a set scheduled time that they'll come in, and they have to save their receipts. I help them with like financial budgeting. We create a budget list and everything for them. And yeah, they come and see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you available to them pretty much at
Oh, yeah,
any
Monday through
time?
Friday,
Yeah.
9 to 4.
And so you deal with a number of different families?
Yes, we do. I mean, I do. Um, Probably up to 15. I can take
Really?
on just one person. Carol
Uh-huh.
also takes people too, but we also have a thing called Pops Calf. So anyone could come in,
Hmm.
have a cup of coffee and talk about what they're struggling with, and we help with like the resources in Indiana County
Hmm.
or what they need to get to, which is a little push.
One of the things that we often hear when we're talking about this, or really any of our guests, is we hear about these wonderful programs, but we can't take that first step. That first step is really difficult to take. And in this case, when it's learning about finances, people might find themselves a bit embarrassed that they find themselves in the situation in which they are. And so that's a barrier that has to be overcome, has to be broken down, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to ask for help to get help. So,
Yeah.
and it's just that first step of doing that. And it's hard.
It really is, and you deal with that on a first-hand basis, Aaron, and that really comes down to what Family Promise is all about, is people not, I don't want to use the phrase taking responsibility, but people understanding that something has happened here that needs to be reversed, and we have to turn in a new direction if we're going to save our family. And when people realize that, then that's when they're finally able to take that step.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, and we see that all the time. People are worried about, what the way it looks, or how they're going to come in and perceived and everything. But the bottom line is, when you have families that are giving back, when you have families that are successful, when you have kids that are successful because their families are no longer in poverty, they're no longer homeless, they're no longer in chaos.
Yeah.
They have a stable situation, they have dignity. When you have all that going on, then they realize I did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And families that don't follow what they're supposed to do will no longer be in the program. So, you see that, and you see later on people saying, I made a mistake by not following the situation, what you guys said. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that, aspect of it that, but it takes that first step. And, it's not embarrassing. It's not, anything. If you don't know, you don't know. Like, I don't know a whole lot about cars.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go and ask somebody what a carburetor does, all right, I find that out. I'm not going to be embarrassed by that because nobody taught me. So when somebody teaches you, when somebody educates you, when you have role models that you can follow, then you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, there are no such things as carburetors anymore.
Well, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's all fuel injection now.
That's right.
Aaron.
Yeah.
But that's an example. That
Yeah,
is-
exactly. Yeah, because there's stuff that I don't know,
Yeah.
and I'm going to ask, or I'm going
Sure.
to get help with it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And as Deanna seems to be pointing out to us here this morning, it's not a case of you're being judged for what you've done in the past. It's a case of finding, okay, this is where you are now. Where do we go from here?
Exactly. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah. It's the moving forward aspect of it in people's lives that is the really important thing.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know their resources of Indiana County too, so that helps a lot too. So we're like experts on the resources of
Yeah.
Indiana County.
Yeah. Okay. So all of that being the case, how do people get involved in what you do and in Family Promise overall?
It's really just getting the word out. Hearing about us, and then they apply online, or they can apply over the phone with me, and I can go through the application. So we go through the application. You have to go through like a background check and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of see where you're at and how we can help you, and then we do an initial interview, and then there's nothing really stopping you from coming in.
Then you're into the system, into the pipeline, if you will.
That's right.
And Family Promise, it's like you say, Aaron. We can't help you if you don't come to us and say, I need help.
Exactly.
Yeah. The people who realize they need help are the people who are going to get the help that they need, and it becomes a real turnaround thing. And one of the things about it is we're talking about people who understand that it's not just me. It's not just my financial reversal that has caused me to be in this situation. My financial reversal has also affected my children, my wife, my husband, whatever it happens to be.
Mm-hmm.
And when they realize that whole family aspect of it, and this is all about their family, then, well, that's what Family Promise is all about.
That's right. Yeah, and one of the things you had talked about is, getting involved and everything. Well, one of the other things is we have our Beyond Shelter. We have the ability for people that you can't buy shampoo, soap, laundry detergent with food stamps. So we have people come in and they can buy it, maybe shampoo for 25 cents. Once again, we're not going to give anybody anything. They have to pay for it. And then that's how we bring dignity back, like I said before. So we can always get, donations of shampoo, laundry detergent, soap, daily needs that people have.
Furniture.
The other thing is we have the furniture, and Deanna and another volunteer pretty much are the only ones that are moving furniture. So one of the things that we could also, yeah, exactly. So one of the things we could also use is people to come up and volunteer to help move furniture. If you have a truck, you could deliver the furniture. So back up here a little bit. So the other thing about Beyond Shelter, we have people donate furniture to us, beds, couches, tables, and you can buy it for a low cost. We're not trying to make money on it. We're trying to show people, look, you pay for something, you get it. You're going to once again, bring dignity.
You have a stake in it.
So if we could have people help out that way, that's one of the biggest needs we have is for people to come in who are strong people and help us move furniture and maybe deliver it to the people's houses. Because if not, then we have to pay for it, and that's something that would be easier if we have volunteers.
Sure.
So that's something that we really are looking for.
Yeah. And the money that we do get, like from the furniture or from the shampoo or little items that we do get, we replenish like the hygiene products and stuff like that. So any money that does get put towards it, we replenish the items.
Goes right back in.
Yes.
Goes right back in. All right. So for somebody who is sitting there this morning and listening and saying, well, I need to be in this program, what do they need to do?
Oh, mine. Call us.
There you go.
Call us, talk to me, and then I'll tell you to come on in. If you want to just stop on in right now, we can. We can tell you, and I can tell you what all we do, and if that's of interest of you, I would like to have you. I'd like to see you every week.
What number should they call?
724-464-5220. And the other thing is, when people are coming in, you had talked about the cafe.
Yes.
Are there hours for that?
No, just when I'm there, 9 to 4. So
Just find Deanna.
Yeah, so just come in, talk to Deanna, and just talk about anything you have concerns about, and we're a resource to help.
There you go. There you go. Wonderful. All right then, Aaron Lehman, Deanna Chero. I remembered your name.
I know. Chero. Deanna Chero.
Thanks both for coming in this
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
It
Todd.
is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And Deanna, who is a former United, you said, were you on the cheerleaders?
No, I was.
You were not?
No, I was a band geek.
Yeah, well, that's okay. The United Cheerleaders, we just found out, won the Ambridge Cheer Contest over the weekend. So congratulations, ladies.
Good job.
Employers need employees, and job seekers need to find that right job or career. Your hometown radio station's Renda Media is excited to be offering you the opportunity of a lifetime. Your new career awaits you at Job Fair 2021. Save the date for Thursday, October 21st from 10 to 2 at the Indiana Mall in Indiana. Bring your resume, come dressed for success, and meet employees.